You are 21 years old, kneeling in the cold belly of a C-47 transport plane above the English Channel, listening to the jumpmaster's red light begin to glow green. But that is not where the story begins. It begins 4 months before the war, in the back kitchen of your uncle's bakery on North Street in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, where the air is always flour and your hands are always white to the wrist. You are 21 years old. You have not been anywhere. You have done very little. You rise at 4 each morning. You knead until your shoulders ache. You watch your Uncle Ed measure the yeast with the brass scoop his father carried across the Atlantic from Łódź. You have a girl. Her name is Marianne. She works the circulation desk at the Berkshire Athenaeum. She has a small blue hat she wears in any weather. You have not yet asked her to marry you. You are saving for a ring. You are saving slowly. The kitchen is warm. The radio plays Glenn Miller from a cracked speaker above the flour bins. You can hear the bread dough rising in the silence. You have a small tobacco tin on the shelf by the window. It holds, of all things, a 1/4 cup of your uncle's best bread flour. You took it the morning you were called up. You told him it was a souvenir. You did not tell him why. The letter came on a Tuesday in February. You left Pittsfield on the dawn train to Boston. Marianne pressed her blue hat into your hands at the depot. She did not cry. She said, "Bring it back." You got off the train at South Station. You took the elevator to Fort Devens. You were processed in 6 hours. A serious young captain told you that you were being assigned not to the infantry, but to the 502nd Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 101st Airborne. You did not know what that meant. You signed the paper. The train took you to Camp Toccoa in Georgia. The heat was like a hand pressed flat against your face. You were issued jump wings before you had ever worn them. There were 2 men you came to know in those weeks. The first was Tommy Sullivan, who everyone called Sully, 22 years old, from the north end of Boston, a former soda jerk at Flanagan's Gym on Hanover Street. He had a St. Christopher medal in his pocket. His mother had pressed into his palm the morning he shipped out. He tried to talk the chaplain out of a second one. He failed. Sully laughed at everything that was not funny. He joked with the drill sergeants. He joked with the pine trees. He carried a tin of pressed cork inside his jump jacket because his mother had told him the cork would float if he ended up in the water. He came up behind you on the first day at Camp Toccoa and said, "Do I know you? You look like a baker." You told him you were. He said, "My Uncle Colin was a baker on Prince Street. Worst rye bread I ever had. He used to dip it in the milk." You laughed. It was the first you had laughed in weeks. The second man you came to know was Sergeant Stanislaus Kozlowski, 38 years old. A Polish-American from Hamtramck, with the eyes of a man who had already seen Sicily and the Dodecanese, and one frozen hilltop in Holland he would not name. Kozlowski did not speak often. He did not need to. He watched. He waited. He corrected rope handling grips with a single sentence. On the night before your final qualification jump, he walked past your rack and stopped. He said, "You are not afraid of falling. You are afraid of the silence after the canopy opens." Then he walked on. You carried that sentence into your sleep. The qualifying jumps came in March, then April, then May. You hit the ground clean 7 times. You learned to roll. You learned to count. You kept the tobacco tin of flour in the breast pocket of your jump smock. You had wrapped it in 2 pieces of waxed paper. You had no reason for keeping it. You knew that it made no sense. You kept it anyway. In the 2nd week of May, you were moved to an airfield outside Reading, England. The hedgerows in the English countryside were just beginning to leaf out. The smell of the air was a smell you would never forget. Chalk and rain and green. You were given your final equipment. You were given yellow ochre face paint. You were given a loadout you had to memorize by feel. You were told that the invasion would begin on the night of June 5th. You are 21 years old. You are kneeling in the cold belly of a C-47 transport plane at 10 minutes past midnight on the 6th of June, 1944. The red light is glowing green. The jumpmaster touches your shoulder. Go. You stand. The engine hum is enormous. The rivets in the floor of the plane are painted a color you cannot name. Your hands are shaking in a way you cannot stop. Kozlowski is behind you, 1 row back. He is not smiling. He has never smiled. Sully is in front of you. He turns his head just slightly. He says, "Hey Baker, see you on the ground." You step, the wind takes you. The static line catches. The canopy opens with 1,000 small tearing sounds. There is silence all around you. It is the silence Kozlowski warned you about. It goes on for 1,000 years. It goes on for 6 seconds. You can see the burning farms below. You can see the tracer lines crossing in front of you like drawn wires. You are over Sainte-Mère-Église. You are not where you are supposed to be. You hit the ground too high. Your parachute catches in a tree. The branches crack. Your ankle twists. You cut loose. You drop 3 feet. You land in a wet ditch. You lie still. You count. You breathe. There is wheat around you. There is a long, low hedge to your right. You crawl toward it. The night is broken. German voices move along the road 100 yards away. You can hear the clink of equipment. You find Kozlowski in the dark, 50 minutes later, in a small ditch behind a stone wall. He has no insignia. He has a small leather map. He puts a hand on your shoulder. He says, "You are alive." That is the whole job. You move for an hour. You find the edge of a deployment zone. The assembly point is empty. 2 men from another stick lie in the wheat. They are not moving. Sully is not there. You move on. At 4 in the morning, the sky begins to gray. You can hear Vickers guns opening up 2 fields away. You can hear the heavy thump of naval shells behind the coast. You pass a French farmhouse. A woman opens door. It's by 6 inches. He whispers, "Americaine." She hands you water in a chipped enamel mug. The water tastes of iron. Kozlowski appears at the corner of the farmhouse. His eyes are wet. He has been crying, but he has not. He says, "Find second battalion, find the colonel, stay alive." He walks into a wheat field. You see the back of him. You see the flash from his cup. You see him fall. You do not see him again. You move for the rest of the day. You find 5 men from another stick. You find 1 anti-aircraft emplacement that has been knocked out by a bomber. You find a roadblock. You take 3 prisoners from a knocked-out Kübelwagen. They are boys. 2 are 16. 1 is 14. Their uniforms are too big. You march them 2 miles back to a hedgerow. You sit them on the grass. The youngest one reaches into his tunic and pulls out a small photograph. He holds it up. It is a photograph of a girl. She is smiling. She is wearing a ribbon. You look at the photograph. You look away. You cannot take the photograph from him. You let him put it back. You march all 3 of them forward. You find Sully at noon on the 2nd day. He is sitting in the lee of a long hedge outside Sainte-Mère-Église. His face is pale. He has lost his helmet. His mother had made him promise to wear his St. Christopher medal on a chain around his neck. He still has it. It is pinned against the inside of his jump jacket. It swings as he laughs. He says, "Hey Baker, my bootlace broke. I have to retie it." He puts down his canteen. He reaches down to the bootlace. He is reaching across his body, palm up, fingers working the lace loose. The burst lasts less than a second. Sully folds forward at the waist like a man who has tripped on a curb. He does not say anything. He is not moving. You crawl to him. You are too late. You have been too late for a long time. You sit behind the hedge for 1 hour. You hold the canteen. You hold nothing else. You do not cry because you do not know how. You keep going. You are reassigned to a rifle squad at dusk. You are given a carbine. You are given a small box of ammunition. You are given 13 men. The next 4 days are the loudest days of your life. You do not remember them in any order. You remember only small moments. A tank that slid sideways into a ditch and did not explode. A prisoner of war who went down on his knees and kissed the dirt. A church steeple that fell slowly into a square. You remember the sound of a bugle playing from a distance. You remember the smell of bread from a French field kitchen. It made you sick. In a small stone inn near the village of Angerville, you find a civilian woman lying half under a collapsed wall. She is awake. She is holding a small purse. She is older than your mother. You pull her free. She takes you by the wrist. She says, "Be careful who you shoot." You do not have a clean answer. You carry the tobacco tin of flour through every one of those 4 days. It has not moved from the pocket of your smock. The waxed paper is peeling at the corners. You have not taken it out. You have not looked at it. It is the only object you own that still belongs to Pittsfield. The war goes on for almost another year. You are reassigned 7 times. You take part in Operation Market Garden. You take part in the defense of Bastogne. You are shot once in the shoulder. You are not seriously wounded. You are mustered out in November of 1945. You travel home by train. The trees along the Hudson are half red. You arrive at the depot in Pittsfield at 3 in the afternoon. Your Uncle Ed is on the platform. Marianne is not there. She has not been told exactly when you are coming home. You walk home. North Street is the same. The bakery is the same. The flour bins are the same. The brass scoop is on the counter. You go inside. You sit at the kitchen table. You take the tobacco tin out of your pocket. You set it down on the table in front of you. You open it, the flower inside is no longer white. It has gone the color of bone. It has a faint sour smell. You tip it onto the table. It does not crumble the way flour should crumble. It has gone rancid. You do not understand at first what this means. Then you do. It means that the morning you took the tin from the kitchen shelf, the morning you told your uncle it was a souvenir, that morning, that kitchen, that life, that Marianne, that blue hat, all of that is gone. It is older than the flour by now. It has soured. It cannot be remade. You put the flour back in the tin. You put the tin on the shelf. You sit at the table for a long time. Your uncle does not speak to you. He brings you a glass of milk. He leaves the room. You sit and the radio is not playing. You do not remember the rest of the afternoon. You do not know what to do. You do not know what to do with the rest of your life. You pick up the rolling pin. You set it back down. You never marry Marianne. You marry, briefly, a woman from Albany. You are not unkind to her. You are not anything to her. You have a daughter. You name her after your mother. You cannot hold her for the first 6 weeks of her life. You begin to understand the weight of what you are carrying only in your 50s. Sully is buried at the American cemetery at Colville. Kozlowski is buried somewhere you will never go. You are not buried anywhere. You still rise at 4 in the morning. Almost every day, even now, even here, you still do not know why the bread does not rise for you anymore.